Good afternoon, friends, and welcome. I'll be sharing live trades and results with you. We'll be evaluating how well these trades work out. We'll be benchmarking this against the S&P 500. I'm expecting to be outperforming it every month. Along the way, I'll also be sharing some lessons I've learned about investments, trading, and building wealth. And of course, the mandatory disclaimer. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It should not be interpreted as advice. And with that, let's get into it. Let's talk about the setup for trade number 11. In the three prior trades, and with every trade, we're looking to get in at a lower price and sell at a higher price. That's pretty simple. And you can see we lucked out. We were able to do that 3 times. We took an entry here, picked up this gain, took another entry here, picked up this gain, took another entry here, and picked up this gain. So we're making pretty good profits along the way, and we're looking for the same thing to happen on the next day, have the market fall, pick up a trade and make some profit on it. But unfortunately, what happened is there was a pretty big gap up the following day. Prices continued to rise and got to about this level. I typically don't like these kinds of entries. Because it's hard to say what's going to happen on the next day. The market could continue to run, and that's why we're going to make the entry. But I think it's equally likely that the market will also fall the next day, just sort of returning to some norms. So this is always a risky little trade here, taking it at a higher price. Statistically, on the strategy that we have here, we typically win about 75% of the time. But you can see here's a similar setup over in this area where we took an entry, took an exit here, market gapped up, we went in anyway, and the market fell. So, it's likely that's what's going to happen this time, although I'm going to hope that it's going to continue to run. There's no way to know what it's actually going to do. There's no news in the media. There's no predicting this. Sometimes it does work out as it has in a couple cases here. But again, we're going to go ahead and watch this entry live. Let's go ahead and take a look at that now. You can see the order going in as a blue line, marking the price we want, the fill price. And once it's filled, that will turn to yellow, marking our entry price. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens on this next trade. Hopefully it's going to work out. So 2 days later, things haven't gone very well. As you might recall, we've got an entry price here. The next day, the market was all over the place. In the beginning, it started to go up, which looked really good. We thought, hey, it's going to start to run. This is really great. But by the end of the day, it had dropped all the way into this position. So taking a pretty big loss there. And the big question is, do we go ahead and get out now? Do we hold our position, take the drawdown? And again, it's so difficult to decide. But we went ahead and stayed in, waited for the next day. And, again, the market started out here, went up, things looked a little okay, actually got all the way back up to our entry price. This was actually pretty good. I thought maybe there may be some hope, maybe the drawdown was worth it. But by the end of the day, it had dropped down to here. So given 2 days in a row, Adam took a decision, and he made an executive decision and decided to go out and take an exit. So we're going to go ahead and watch that exit live. And what you're going to see next is when the sell order goes in, it goes in red. And once it's filled, it comes off the board, and you can see our net gains and losses. So we'll head over to our tracking chart next. All right, here we are in the tracking sheet. As you might remember from our prior trade, things are looking pretty good. We finally started to outpace the S&P 500 by a couple of percent. But unfortunately, that last trade took some of that away, and we're trailing again. So on 323, the S&P closed at 393.14. Its year-to-date return is 2.8%. We dropped 3% on that last trade, bringing our year-to-date to 1.87. So we are trailing the S&P by just under 1%. You can see that on our charts over here and over here. But hopefully on the next trade, we'll be able to make that back up and continue to take the lead. That's it for today. How do you think we're doing? Please comment below and let me know how this compares to other investments you've seen. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only and should not be taken or interpreted as advice. Until next time.